Shout out McDonald's, man. We have no affiliation with that company. No.
It was funny. Not trying to catch a lawsuit on live television here.
No, trying to get a free advertisement. We have no affiliation with that shit, bro.
Oh, man. Every time I come over here, man.
Oh, you gotta get the timer. You gotta get the timer.
I ain't come over here, man.
Hey, move, Howard.
Come on, man. Why you smoking all that weed, man?
Hey, man, don't worry about me, man. Worry about you, man. Worry about me.
Michael, you're
Worry
Dino.
about what's in your blunt, Malcolm.
I done stepped on something cold.
Listen, man.
Ice. Vanilla.
Oh.
Vanilla ice.
I didn't check
Making a
everybody's mic.
comeback.
I didn't check everybody's mic, but I'm guessing.
You don't want to check everybody's mic? Double check, bro.
Yeah, man. Check
You don't
it.
want to go a whole episode without.
Hey, how about you bang on mine?
Dun, 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 dun. Hello. Oh, it just fell down. It just fell down.
Talk into yours.
Don't say anything.
And I'm talking into mine, and
All right.
I'm trying to get to an elevated one. But
Yo,
it's
what's
okay.
good? What's good? What's good?
What's good?
Hello.
This cat.
This is me
Why
speaking.
you get cat? You hearing something?
I'm with the cat, man.
It's not me. Oh my god. It's not me, man.
Yeah, it is you.
It's
bro.
not.
Who else is it? Stop wearing the capping.
Was it actually me?
It's you, man.
Who else is it?
Who else would it be?
Do you have a
Uh,
cat?
Yes.
Do you have a
Is that
cat
an
in your
apple
pocket or
thing?
something?
No, man.
Well, you have a cat. In
Do
your
you have a cat
Mo, what are you
alarm?
doing, man?
Yeah.
Mo, do you have a cat alarm? Let's be honest. Do you have a cat alarm?
No.
You can
No.
admit it, man.
You can say it, man.
Are those wolves? What is that in your sweater?
Geese.
Ducks? Geese?
It
I
was
hate
geese.
geese.
That's
Yeah,
an,
Canadian.
I
geese.
hate geese.
I
Classic.
hate geese, but I love meese.
That's a Canadian
Thank you.
sweater right there.
Thank
It
you very
is
much.
made in Canada, raised by wolves.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. Worst animals on the planet.
They are.
Are
Geese.
They're
They're
violent.
mean. They're violent.
Worst animals on the planet?
Aggressive.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, what's your worst animal then? You fuck.
Damn.
Wolverine?
A Wolverine.
Are Wolverines even real?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
they are.
and they are
Worst.
fucking deadly.
They're
Are
not
they?
the most deadly. Hippopotamus.
Wolverines are real?
Hippopotamus. Yeah.
Is
like
it
Hippopotamus?
character, bro?
They're like
But
badgers.
That's a.
yeah, I got sprayed with shit by a hippopotamus.
Wait, what?
Wait,
At the
what?
zoo. It went up and just like fucking flicked his tail and fucking.
Why? I've never heard this before. Why you never admitted this before? You gonna admit this now on?
Oh,
on
so
the
now you
podcast?
got the hippo doo-doo on.
What
you.
is going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking.
Yo, I thought I was going crazy. I thought this was a practical joke of sorts.
It could have been, bro,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm just saying. Geese suck, but there's a lot worse.
Geese are dangerous.
Hippopotamus
Like
are
rats.
dangerous.
Rats.
Now you've got
A
hit
lot
with the
worse.
hippopotamus shit. Did it look at you after? Claimed
Yeah.
you. It claimed you.
Green.
Wait, what? No, not did you look at it. Did it look at you? The hippopotamus.
I can't remember. I was just running to the bathroom. It looked like goose shit to me.
Oh my
Goose, geese,
God.
everything is always coming back to it, bro.
Goose, geese, moose meat.
No,
Thank you.
it was one.
Moose meat.
One goose. Multiple is geese, right?
Yes.
Goose, geese.
Or
man.
in the plural.
No, it's
sense.
goss.
It's goss.
Goss.
You ever had a goss come at you? The wings.
My
spin
uncle
wide.
got my
The
uncle
goss
got
is
beat up
goss.
by a goose.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No way.
cause they have like
Fists? Like,
yeah, cause they can like ball
ball
up
their
and they have like little fists inside their wings. So when they go and hit you like this,
He might hit his head. Oh, the poor guy.
it's like they're punching you.
So he got fucked up by.
Yeah, you got fucked up, and just getting like punched by a
Did he
goose.
beat the shit out the goose?
They have like, yeah, they're heavy too. They
Did
have,
he
like,
beat the
a-
shit
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
goose?
No,
Why?
he retreated.
Man, I'd have fought that
He's
motherfucker.
throwing heavy
With
punches.
their teeth and everything, bro.
They don't have teeth. Goose have teeth.
Yeah, no, they
They
don't
the
have
little
teeth.
sharp ones. Like it's just a bunch of tiny sharp ones.
So look, someone.
Birds don't have teeth.
Dylan, look this up. I think they do.
The
What?
geese,
The goose geese.
the gozzles.
The gobbles. It's a gabagool.
It's like, yo, have you seen The Sopranos? I don't see The Sopranos.
I've seen a little bit of it. I didn't watch
Yeah,
all
I
of it.
watched
I
a
watched it
ton
when I
of
was a kid, though.
For real?
Yeah.
Interesting show to watch.
No, they don't have
I
teeth.
watched a
Geese
lot of
can't
fucking
really
shit.
have teeth.
Oh, look at that. They
Of course they don't have teeth.
Well, we're
Yeah.
trying to prove something.
They have
Maybe
tongues
nobody-
though.
Maybe people don't know, man.
They have tongues.
Yeah,
They
of
got
course
tongues, though.
Of course they
Yeah.
got tongues.
They-
No, we don't know.
Do any birds have teeth? Birds do not have teeth.
Oh,
No.
wait, so geese don't have teeth.
No. No bird has teeth. Not even the ostrich.
Not even an ostrich?
No, because ostrich is a big bird.
Yeah.
They have beaks.
Yeah.
They gave up the opportunity to have teeth to have beaks. That's the difference.
Yo.
Is the beak
Darwinism.
The beak was Darwinism, but that was different types of beaks to pick it, like getting food
birds.
sources.
Different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's each beak is for different food. Like the pelican goes and scoops fish.
Yeah.
That big
And
ass one.
fish have like the multiple layers going
Right.
back.
Fish have teeth. I think you're confusing fish.
Yeah.
I might have-
Some
I
fish
might
have
made the
teeth,
geese
not even
wrong.
Not all. You ever see a barracuda?
Not all. Yeah.
Them shits is crazy, man. They
fucking
I
teeth.
saw it eat a whole pig. Not live.
What? Yeah.
On a video.
Okay. I was gonna say.
A bear could eat a whole pig.
A whole pig.
Do they
It
look
was
like
impressive.
I can imagine that.
Tasmanian
Yeah.
devils?
They act like the Tasmanian devil.
I saw a giant ass anaconda swallow a pig, and I
What?
was like, Jesus.
Where?
On the video.
Oh.
Yeah. See how does that feel?
Doesn't feel good.
And that made me not want to ever go into the jungle.
Did you watch Anaconda the movie?
Yeah.
That was.
And I watched Snakes on a Plane.
Oh, I've never.
This man is an
Snoop Dogg?
irrational fear. No. That was Epic Movie. You watch Epic Movie?
No, but I know Snoop Dogg on a.
That's Soul Train.
Oh,
Or Soul
yeah,
Plane.
that is
Soul
Soul
Plane.
Plane. That's a
Yeah.
good movie though. Wait, yeah, because they do parody Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, that's what the
Yeah,
parody
yeah,
is.
Do they?
You watch too
Yes.
many black movies.
Oh,
confusing
yeah,
them.
that's right.
Getting mixed up.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's the pilot, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
He's
And
taking
he
shit
dies.
high, bro.
Spoiler.
Oh, but he's got the spinners on the jet.
That was the sickest shit, bro. Had
Yeah.
hydraulics on there. If you've never seen Soul Plane, then that shows your age. All right,
Throwback.
now, how you been? How you doing?
Yeah, you. How you been?
I don't know.
Huh,
I'm talking-
motherfucker?
Let's start with you, man.
Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you. Come on my podcast, talk about me.
Oh,
Good, bro. Just fucking with you. I'm good. I've been, working here and there, trying to get the money right. Just, doing my thing. Other than that, had an eventful weekend. I didn't get into it yet, but other than that, I've been surviving, as they say in the old real world. Surviving. How about you, Mo? How are you?
That's good.
I've been good, yo.
Goddamn. Turn
Yeah.
the heater on.
I just been smoking and drinking coffee.
Smoking them ciggies.
At the same time?
Yeah, it's like my morning routine. I'll go out.
Don't you remember his morning routine?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the rocks. We passed by the rocks, bro.
Yeah, we saw that.
You weren't there.
I
He
saw
wasn't there,
the
though.
box.
Wait, what?
I was there.
He was there.
Me and him both saw it.
He had a different car.
Bro, you missed, bro. You missed out on the rocks, bro.
Yo,
Who's
bro,
that?
the rocks,
Bro.
I smoke my.
That's my rocks, bro.
You smoking rocks, bro?
I'm smoking.
That's the ride. That's smoking bull rocks, man. I'm smoking them rocks, bro. Damn, man. Yo, imagine if boy pull out some crack rock when he did that. She's like, yo, look at these rocks, man.
Yo,
We're like, what? Those ones? She's like, nah, these ones, man.
Whoa, bro, what are you doing?
bro.
I've been hearing a lot of DMT ayahuasca talk lately. A lot of people have been getting tripped.
Have you been on that?
Yo,
From what?
yeah,
Just on videos and shit.
No, yeah.
I've been on that wave, but I haven't done it.
You know
You know
what does that
I'm
mean?
saying? It means I did like 10 shrooms trips to prepare myself for like
Wait,
a DMT
what?
thing, and then I didn't do it.
So you did shrooms. So tell me your shrooms experience. Can you recap? Did you have a crazy experience? Did you learn anything about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Yo. Like shrooms has always like been very profound whenever I did it, but now I don't do psychs anymore because it's just too much.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Like,
This guy, 2 days, 2 weeks in, he's like, all right, I'm done.
no, it's like it was like over the span of a couple of years, and I was like, okay, I don't need this anymore in my life.
You've learned all you can. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, it just
You haven't had ego death, bro. That's where you
nah,
gotta
bro. I
that's where
had ego death.
you have to have
That's-
another one, bro.
Ego's too high still, man. You gotta
Yeah,
kill that
man.
shit.
You gotta have at least 2 ego deaths before you become a full human.
Bro,
Transcend into the next realm.
have any of you taken the shrooms?
No, bro. My ego
That's the
death.
pro-
My,
that's the
ego,
problem.
my
It's
ego,
intense,
my ego
bro.
death would wipe my personality or some shit
Bro.
like that. I mean, I had to leave.
It's like a
Blank my shit out. Too much
Yeah.
info.
All
Like, zoop.
you just do it. All of a sudden, you wake up, Malcolm's gone.
They
God,
delete,
like
they
white.
delete my portion of the profile. They're like, you gotta delete this character. That's
Yeah.
fucked up, bro.
He's gonna
He
be
just
glitching
blurred-
out after
He's
this.
blurred out in all the fucking other.
Yeah.
That'd be freaky as fuck. Like all footage of him is just gone, but the video still exists.
Yeah.
They're just edited without him in it ever. We're just,
We're
talking
just
for
walking it
nothing.
like, why didn't we take out that chair?
Yeah, exactly. That'd be so fucking weird. But that's a Black Mirror shit.
Yeah.
You got sucked into another portal.
To make someone disappear.
Just disappear. Without a
See,
trace.
Yo, that sounds like a title for something.
So you didn't explain your trip at all.
Oh,
Yeah, you just
bro. There's so many trips.
okay. Well, explain
So-
your most meaningful.
Yo, it was like the first really intense one.
And then we'll show it to your
Yo,
mom.
You just get water on you?
Just splash on you?
It's like,
Where you get that from, bro?
Sorry.
Sheesh.
No. It was like the first trip where I really was like.
Wait, what is that? I've seen you like that before. You were on edibles. So what does that mean? There's no difference.
It's like edibles, but like I remember I was in my apartment with like my roommates at the time, and we had all done the shrooms. Well, not all of us actually, 3 of us, and then there were 2 who weren't on shrooms. And just the way my whole life shifted, because at the time I was at school doing theater, and it was like, oh, okay, we're like in this very creative mindset all the time. So like my thinking when I was on shrooms was like very
Visual.
very visual. It was just very intense. And like I was just having like the craziest thoughts, and there was this moment where, you know, I was like, I literally felt like I had this black and white striped shirt on, and I was like, oh, I'm like a Picasso painting right now. But the thing is, like, okay, it sounds like that, but imagine feeling that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
I actually can't even.
There's no realm right now, and I can understand what that feels like. That is
Like, you
I-
feel like a cubism painting.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I was cubism, bro. I was
not sure what to
cubism. I was
compare that
great.
to.
I was like, y'all, I kept saying to everyone at the house, like, yo, I gotta be naked in the bathtub, and I need you all to witness me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What were they saying? What did they say?
This is why you're
They
not.
were like, do it, bro, but then I didn't do it
Because you're puss.
because I was scared. So pussy.
Yeah. Because you realize you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
You're like, what the fuck am I saying right now?
No, but it's how it felt, you know,
Okay.
like when the urge is just so intense, like that's about it.
Have you ever felt those kind of urges, Malcolm, in your life, Dylan?
No.
No.
You know
No.
when something smells like the color blue? I think that's what you're trying to describe, but you're describing a way too vibrant, specific scent of blue.
Yo, bro, okay.
I don't know what he's saying.
So
either.
you got used to it?
You know what I mean? Like, you know
No.
when something smells like, right?
That
You know
smells
what I
like
mean,
blue.
right?
Blue
Yeah.
smells like blue
Something
raspberry.
smells like blue.
That's blue to me.
No.
Blue
Blue
raspberry.
raspberry?
I don't know what you're talking about.
See? We're in the same boat because we
Colors don't have smells.
colors smell like whatever marker they smelled like. When
Yeah,
they were
like
up.
rubber. Colors
That's
colors
it.
smell like rubber.
Rubber.
If anything.
What?
They
Okay,
have no smell.
you lost me too. I'm out.
They have no smell.
Everybody, if they just talk a little bit too much, then I understand that I don't understand what the fuck they're talking.
What do you mean?
You let everybody just go a little bit too far. I'm just like, okay.
You know what I mean?
You're crazy
Like when
too.
something
Yeah,
smells.
I absolutely.
Yeah, see,
like,
thank you.
It's trying to describe something that's
Okay,
like
wait.
almost impossible.
Go ahead. Oh, you're trying to say that
Oh,
it's impossible.
No, not really. Like I can
Oh.
describe how it felt.
I can
and
tell
then-
you blue smells like blue raspberry. So that.
And that makes sense.
So then, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say.
Or what is he trying to say?
His first trip, he was trying to get naked in a bathroom.
Yeah, that's all I
That's what I
heard.
interpreted.
All I heard was he
It's
felt
'cause
like
I was a
cubism,
painter.
and he was wanted to be naked.
And he's like,
in the
someone
bathroom.
paint me in the bathtub.
Like, but what do you do in that situation? If some nigga's on ass and he comes up to you, bro?
Yeah, but what am I gonna do?
Everybody.
I'm never gonna. I'll probably fight you, bro. I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking
Nah,
about?
Bro, wait, check this out.
Don't be showing me.
Don't
some
show me the picture
niggas
of
in
that.
the-
there's
in
no
a bathtub
pictures, there's
naked,
no
bro.
naked me. It's okay.
And what is it?
Fuck. Okay, hold up.
Give me at least a little preview
Um,
for the audio
it
listeners
was,
that we don't have.
It was from that very night. I held my phone the whole night. Oh, this was a part of that experience. I held my phone because I was like, I need to document this moment, and I called my phone the medium. And
That's
so every
cool.
thought and thing that I went through, I set it into my phone, and I have the recording.
That's pretty good.
So
Yeah.
You
As
gonna
long
play
as
that
you
for us?
don't talk
we
to
go.
anybody.
You gonna play that for us live?
yeah, my phone's at 1%, so it might die. But
Well, we'll see what happens.
Was it an Android?
why you always
Damn,
gotta
nigga.
bring that up, bro?
He's got a fucking
I
Android.
got
too.
it. No, I hate it. I hate it, bro. Don't think it's not. It's a temp. It's a temp right now, bro. It's on the burner right now.
Yeah, he got his phone
If I
stolen.
get
Yours was stolen too, right?
no, my shit was. I sat on my shit. Actually, no. I lost the first version and then I broke the second.
You're one of
one.
those people who bent their phone?
No, I put it down on the chair. I'm looking for it. I'm like, where's my phone at? Like, I'm looking for the shit. Lift up the pillow.
You
You
not
think the
even
pillow gonna cushion that shit, right? You think it's good.
Now you do.
How the
That
fuck
shit-
you sit on your fat? You skinny as fuck. How do you fat ass fucking like that?
Yeah.
Bro, I turned that shit out, bro. It's done.
That don't make no sense.
That's an iPhone?
Yeah.
That shit was.
It was an
made in
old.
California.
It was an old iPhone though. It was like
The glass one.
Yeah, it was like a glass.
The
Glass
the
and
6 was
aluminum.
the one that
was
bent.
31.
Yeah,
That was the one that bent
That was
up.
the one that
Everybody's
bent.
because
the aluminum backing. That's why.
Yeah.
blame it on the aluminum backing.
Yeah, no, but that shit
Fuck
broke.
iPhone.
You lost this shit or you found
Nah, I just found exactly where it is. It was an hour and a half.
this shit? Holy fuck.
Hold
Jesus
up. I'm just gonna
Christ.
just a screenshot of what that. Hold up.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, it was actually hour 41.
I feel as if I'm ingenious.
Hold up.
Mo out of context as we're gonna start Twitter.
Yeah,
right
how many of those can we play? Because that was hilarious.
Did you do this for every trip?
Yeah, I started. It became a thing. Well, not every trip. But
We don't
sometimes,
do
like,
that.
on my phone, I was recorded.
That's what Dylan we need to do with Dylan.
Just on a regular basis. Nigga, what the fuck is he saying? Hold on, let me record you so you got proof.
Yeah, please.
God in 4K.
God, for
Quarters in the room.
But I am the fucking. I could have made the choice of like having the. I really just need to recognize that it's just the medium, but I'm really trying so hard to perform.
Hold up.
Wait, what is? Wait, can we have some context here?
Oh,
Yeah, you're jumping into the middle.
I'm trying to like. There was a point where I was like, okay, so there was this idea through the night that I had in my head. It was like, okay, in life there's like these waves that you go through, and it's like the calm before like the moment of clarity, and you'll have this one moment of clarity where everything's finally okay, and then shit just falls apart before your eyes. And I'm trying to find the part where I just start screaming about that and it happening.
You alright? You find that.
You found your moment of clarity,
It's-
and then it fell apart in front of your eyes while
It
you're
sounds
talking
like
about it.
you know when cult members are having like one of those meetings. That's what this shit sounds like. You all, I am the
He found
center.
it. No, he found
Yeah,
it.
I am
who
the
was throwing
corner.
Wait,
quarters?
no, that sounds like what he was saying. Hold on, let's see what
Who was throwing quarters?
It's quarters in the room.
Yeah. Because I heard the quarters.
Yeah, see some shit like that.
Yeah, that sounded exactly what you were saying.
I have developed a canon in my own head.
Halfway through the conversation, she'll say like 2 words.
So what the thing that I
The silence is the clarity. The silence is the clarity. And then it goes back to the fucking madness of me. The actuality is me just fucking yelling in my living room. But the sensation is me going into deep.
And this is the documentary of a madman. like,
There was a fucking madness to it. The madness is the madness is the act of desperation between the nigga. To do something. I am the nigga.
I am the nigga. Oh, I am. This sounds like a white guy
Yeah.
tripping right now, thinking
Please
he's black.
make that your tag. Please
yeah make that your tag for all your songs. I am the nigga. I am the nigga.
Yo.
Let me tell you, there's the feeling of it. It's so deep.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. It's hard to describe with words.
I've always had this question. So when you're on these
What did it taste like?
psychedelics, taste like shit. When you're on these psychedelics, yes. Are you there in the room or are you disconnected? That's what I don't understand. Because you were having conversations with other people.
Yeah.
So like, are you? That's what I like. I've never gone out of my brain even being high, so I'm always aware. But like when you're fucked like on some crazy shit, like DMT, obviously you're not gonna be in the room, or like ayahuasca or acid and all that shit. I don't know, but shrooms.
You're still in the room. You're still in the room. You're still in this very world. It's just that like everything sort of like shifted maybe 2 inches to the left. So that's how life feels. It's like, oh, I didn't know that if I just like moved here, everything would be so different. And it feels like it's just so small.
Perspective difference. I feel you.
And I think acid is like pretty similar too, depending
Yeah.
like how far you go. And then you know if you close your eyes. I remember during one of the trips I had, I closed my eyes and I literally felt like, you know that like those Greek vases.
Yeah,
With, like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
black-
The people with their walking. Yeah.
I
Like
started
that
seeing
Legend of
that.
Zelda.
That's a you talking about a Disney movie right now.
Yeah,
I know you
Hercules,
tripping.
bro.
Like,
What are you talking
nah,
about?
I know you. Nah, I know you lying.
No, but Stevie Wonder was playing, and then I closed my eyes, and that shit started going across my field of vision. And then literally, I was like, I feel like I'm in Africa right now.
Back in the motherland.
But it was like so visceral. It was just true.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like the experience is like so weird. It's like, oh, I believe this right now, even though it's not my reality. This is just how I feel, and it's like, it's creative. It's like a very creative thing if you let it be.
That's pretty good.
Interesting.
I like that.
You gotta try. Bro. Do it with the tea.
I think though.
Yeah, the tea is weird.
I think though to answer your question, I think it's different though for like every person. I think that it
That's
depends
true.
on the trip because
That's
like
true.
some people, like from what I've heard, like when Jeremy told me he did it and stuff like that, he sometimes would feel like he was tripping, like he was like in first person tripping, or sometimes they feel like you're watching yourself
Yeah.
do some crazy shit. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, it's
your
good.
out of
Or,
body,
like-
your out of body experience.
Yeah, or like some people feel. I remember what was I watching? I can't remember what I was fucking watching. I was watching some shit, and this dude took like he took. I think he was taking mushrooms. I don't think he was taking LSD, but he felt like the light in the center of the room. Like he visualized it
Right.
and he felt like that. So then he had to move to
Dylan
that
did
space.
that once.
Yeah,
He was-
I can
I-
feel. I can feel.
Yeah,
the
because you
heat from the
downloaded
light.
that
No,
feeling
it-
off the internet.
We were sitting in the garage and Dylan I don't know, he was smoking and then he just
Smoking
looked.
crack, apparently.
He just like started looking up. Like I have a video of it. I don't know where it is, but I have a video. He started looking up like this and he's like, I swear I can feel the warmth of the light.
I could. It was the strangest
He
thing.
was tripping too. He started looking back behind him. He's like, bro, you remember?
It was a strange. Yeah, I remember,
God.
and it was a true feeling. I remember the heat coming from the light. I'm like, what am I feeling right now?
He's smoking weed though. He's not fucking eating shrooms.
Smoking crack, man.
Yeah.
Well, even then, it's like, it's also just like how much you're willing to like let go, because people hallucinate just off of like that deep breathing, you know.
That's true.
So,
You
like-
can, well, that deep breathing shit is like some mystical
It's actually-
voodoo shit. So you got to That's a whole other realm. Of course, this nigga goes.
he's,
Alright, whatever.
he's scared.
He's got to piss. All
He's
the time.
scared. He's going to take shrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, all right.
Let me go see what this about. Let me go see what it's all about. Now, I was gonna ask him how he was. That's a whole. This guy ruined my whole flow. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right.
That's all right.
That's all right. It's crazy to see how far you've come with your drug experiences. I remember when I was teaching you how to smoke the bomb.
Bro, I didn't even know how to light anything. I think it's part of growing up.
It is part of growing up. You were a young buck,
Yeah.
and I was a bad influence on the teens.
Nah, bro.
Let's just say it wasn't me. It was their own choices.
It was.
Everybody's held accountable for their own shit. Remember?
Yeah, let's say that.
Can't
I'll
blame
say
your
that.
friends for
I'll say
shit.
that.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is, yeah, I'm proud of you. Yeah, out here doing more drugs. You doing Molly?
I haven't bought
He's
Molly.
a liar. He hasn't bought Molly. That's the difference between buying Molly and doing
I've
Molly.
never done Molly. I've never done Molly. I wish I did.
I came out of the darkness, man.
This is the church of the collective. Welcome, my friend. About to guide you out of that darkness and take you into the light, man.
Nah, I don't. You know what? I trip every day. I forget that I do be doing things. Sometimes I wake up, I be like, did I do that? Was that even a real thing yesterday? One time I think, oh, I had this dream the other day.
This guy's tripping on his own. He really did go do shrooms.
Yeah.
No, my brain's just a shroom, I guess. I got mushrooms.
I know
my
what
shit.
you mean. Yeah.
You know, you have a dream and you think you did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't do it?
Realism.
Yeah, kind of like you applied
All
to
the
that job.
time,
Same
yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
dreamed
yeah.
that shit.
Applied to. I did. I swear I did, man. We go check the email. We're gonna check the email one more time. But what happened in your dream?
I can't remember now. I'm trying to think right now.
This nigga, bro.
I think I remember. Oh, I think it felt like it was like a regular day. Like I went to work, did all this shit, and I woke up, and I was like, man, I can't wait till it's the end of the day, Friday today or Saturday or some shit. It's gonna be the last day. Walk into work. Yeah, man, it's Thursday. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? It's Thursday. I was like, no, because I did this, right? And they're like, no. I was like, you never did that. I was like, but I was wearing this yesterday. No.
How you dreaming about a regular ass day?
Dreaming about regular day, bro.
You gotta lucid dreams so you can control that.
Yeah, man. Because that's
You're
what's
working
happening.
double shifts.
Yeah, bro.
You don't have to.
You should be
Dreaming
doing
about-
creative shit, not
Yeah.
working your
Nah,
fucking
I'm
day
working,
job
bro.
in your dreams.
Why aren't
Yeah.
you working regular day job in your dreams, bro? You gotta make your
I already
dreams
am.
come
You
true.
didn't hear me, bro?
He's
My
folding
dreams,
clothes. Hey, how can I help you?
So
Fucking 8 hours in your
Strapped
brain.
to the loop.
I could not
plugging in and
imagine.
out, plugging in and out all the time, bro. 16-hour days, bro. You know what that is.
Wakes up from his shift and goes to work.
It was probably one of the worst dreams I had.
I would
in a while.
imagine.
'Cause I woke, I was just like, I swear I really relived this day already.
That's happened to me though before. I've
That day
definitely
job.
had like a full day go by and think it was like a full day, and it was just like my night. I was just dreaming. That ever happen to you? You ever lucid dream?
I never lucid dream in my life. Never. Actually, once I was running away from these dogs, I was like 6 years old when this dream happened.
How do you remember this? This could be made up.
No, it was so visceral.
Because you imagined it.
Dog. Three-headed dogs?
Cerberus?
Nah, it was like you know, like Acura when there's like they're going through this water tunnel. I was in that type of tunnel, and there were these dogs chasing me. And they were
It's
elevated.
like a sewer.
Yeah, it
It's
was
a
in
good way to
sewer.
describe this
And I was
water
running,
tunnel.
Shimazaki! You asshole! Forget it! Run! What the hell is that thing, huh? Go! Huh? He's dead! Let it go! Hey! This is Unit 304, Shaft H. I have encountered intruders. Requesting backup. Now engaging.
And then one of them jumped over and landed on my back, and I woke up.
That's not a lucid dream. You would control the dream. And you would have stopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
never
just,
had.
That's just a nightmare.
I
That was
had,
a nightmare
uh,
that felt real
No, I
as
felt
fuck.
like I was running, so I made
Yeah.
myself run faster.
I had a
So that's
series.
lucid.
I had a series of dreams
I'll keep it. I'll take it.
where I was being chased by a bear.
A bear. What is this weird ass dreams y'all have? You have weird irrational fears. Mine
My-
is going to jail.
Yeah, it's an
By
irrational
police.
fear.
The
My
police-
sister's all-time worst
Did you run away
dream
from the bear?
was being chased by Gollum
Wait, what?
from Lord of the Rings.
That's irrational.
That
And
was
apparently it caught my dad and like broke his leg.
Oh,
And it, like traumatized her for years.
now you know how to get it, bro. You just need to shave your head bald, get skinny, and then dress up as Gollum for Halloween.
I don't need to get her that good.
That would be good, bro. You were just
No.
creeping on like, oh, that'd be scary as fuck for
You don't
her.
even have to shave your head. Get a ball cap.
Yeah.
You get a little
Yeah.
piece of hair
Do it
hanging
then.
out.
Actually, yeah,
You'd be
you
good.
need a little scraggle. You need a couple scraggles, so you may as well get the ball cap.
Scraggle.
Why not? That's
don't
a
like
perfect
that. I
fucking
don't like
scare.
that.
You don't like this?
That's like,
All right, if I was talking to Dylan about maybe 8 years ago, he'd have been all over this.
Why?
Because
No.
you love to torment your sister. You were a fucking asshole back in the day.
Yeah. Times change.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. If I was talking to that nigga back then, man, this would be some good shit. But now you wasting a good prank. We got the cops
Yeah,
called on us
prank.
because we pranking motherfuckers.
Really?
Ryan Moses, he's a pussy.
Right, Moses.
Yeah.
But you know, we had good pranks. That's all. That's what it means. And now, look, one lick has gone soft. And now what you gonna do? You ain't gonna get nothing done like that. Malcolm, you know how to
I
prank?
had a dream.
You
Prank
guys
him?
ever try to hit licks on innocent?
You pranking? You what?
No.
Have you devious licks? I feel like people have hit
Devious
devious licks
licks.
around my neighborhood. Number one, the Manor sign, which is a neighborhood sign over there, is down on the ground. Looks like someone tried to steal it, got caught and ran
I
away.
believe it.
And then the A from Culloway Gardens is missing. But my shit from my neighborhood's good, bro. Creek Crossing, ain't nobody touched my
No,
shit.
bro, I'm taking your shit, bro.
Hey, man.
Taking your
Oh,
garbage
what's
cans, bro. Devious lick.
Yeah.
Taking the
Waiting for
wheels
you.
off of your garbage can.
Oh,
Devious lick.
that's the worst part.
Inconvenience
Drag-
licks,
drag that
actually.
motherfucker back up there. Oh,
That's what we. That's what you gotta really start doing. Is doing things that really
I don't
inconvenience
need that.
people.
I don't need that.
There ain't no medium kids in this neighborhood.
No, you know what? Medium kids?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
There's little
I mean
kids.
teenagers.
Yeah.
That's where they
Oh, medium. There's no large
yeah.
children. There's no
we
large
got a name.
children.
We got a
adults.
name. We got a name for them.
Oh, downloading. Oh, yeah. Teenagers.
He's glitching, man.
Update.
I swear, man. This guy's a robot, man. He's
I
an
called
alien
this, bro.
robot.
I've said this. I've called this for years.
I've
bro.
said Dylan is not real. I've said he was a figment of my imagination for a long time. But y'all be seeing him, so I've dropped that theory.
Unless. you're playing
Unless-
along.
Unless
Oh.
all of y'all ain't real.
That wolf we're all playing along.
What if
bro.
everybody is not real? It's just me here.
Where
I
you-
had a dream I was with the Mystery Inc.
Who?
And I was being chased by like a Yeti.
Who?
Or like
You were
Mystery
Mystery Inc. Oh, like the TV show.
Yeah.
Like YTV.
YTV, yeah.
Mystery Hunters.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Anderson.
Oh,
Or Mystery
sorry,
Inc. The cartoon or the real
Where's
life show?
Mystery Inc?
Wait, wait.
That's what
I know.
I'm
Wait. No, the cartoon or the real life show?
The cartoon.
Yeah. Mystery Inc. Yeah.
What do you think?
Y'all don't know Mystery Inc? That's one show I would never expect you to have watched because you have watched nothing.
How does it look like
Mystery
I
Inc.
gotta see a picture.
Got to do with blue hair, something like that.
Are you talking
Oh.
about
Okay, I think I can visualize it a little bit.
Not
but
the
It
tattoo
was-
parlor, nigga.
this?
It was on YTV.
Mystery
Just
Inc.
put TV show, nigga.
Mystery. Is that?
cartoon.
Yo, just pull up photos of it. What are you trying to do, bro? You ain't gotta do
It's
all that.
Scooby Doo, man.
That's Scooby Doo.
Oh, it's a Scooby Doo.
No, it's not
Oh,
Scooby Doo. It's not.
Mystery Inc. Mobile, right?
No. Dick, what are you doing? Dylan, look, it's
Wait,
not real. It
that's
doesn't
what I'm
exist?
thinking.
Are you talking Martin Mystery?
No. Mystery Inc. I know what you're talking about.
I think we're talking about Scooby Doo.
We ain't
That's
talking
what
about
I'm thinking,
Scooby Doo.
bro.
Put cartoon, man.
It's gonna be Scooby Doo, bro.
It's that IMBD right there. Just cartoon, nigga. This is about to blow my mind if we can't find this. Look, I'm seeing him.
It's
Wait,
just-
why is this all Scooby Doo, man?
Yeah, because Scooby Doo had a
No, there was a
Mystery Inc.
show. There was a show. Look up Martin
There
Mystery.
was a blue dude in it.
Hey, look up Martin Mystery, man. This man always be walking over here. You in the shot. I'm just joking. Martin.
Marvin
Martin
Mysteries.
Fucking Marvin Mystery.
Martin Mystery was crazy. Was it that?
I remember this one.
This one?
I remember this one.
What are you talking about?
Is that what you're talking about?
You were being chased by one of them?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot, man. This guy, man.
No. I was working with them.
Oh.
And I was being like chased by this like Yeti creature.
Oh, that was an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an episode.
That was an episode. Yeah.
I had,
I can't remember
haunted by
what I don't remember the premise,
I remember
but
the
I
Yeti
do
dude.
remember there was a Yeti episode.
Well, now we know it's
Mystery Inc.
Martin Mysteries. Mystery Inc. sound. I swear I watched something called Mystery Inc.
Yeah,
Mystery
Scooby
Inc.
Doo
sounds
apparently.
familiar. Mystery.
I ain't never watched no
Hunters.
Scooby Doo called Mystery Inc.
What was the first horror movie you watched?
Paranormal Activity in the fucking theater? That wasn't the first one.
That was the
one I
first
had
one?
to actively like go and see, and I did not want
And
to
it
see it.
scared you?
Hell yeah. I would hear
Yeah.
footsteps in my room walking towards my bed every night for when I was a young kid, and I would have to pray. And then eventually that shit went away.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
I think I'm lying. Hey man, we gotta take a break, man.
I'm playing with you, bro. Your mom playing tricks.
Nobody's
That's
playing
scary.
tricks, bro. My door was wide open, and I left the light on because I was terrified. That shit was
Yeah.
still going on, and it would only happen when I was turned to the window, and it would get real close, and I'd be too scared, man. I'd turn around. There was nobody there. Scared the shit out of me y'all don't believe it. But all right, you know what?
I
We're gonna
believe
talk
it.
about spooky
You're saying
ghost
this
stories
right
when we
now.
come back. Halloween is coming around, so yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a break really quick.
Stop it.
Mystery Inc.
Man, Mystery Inc.
Let me
You
check
know
this.
about Mystery
Get out here.
Mystery
I'm
Inc.
taking this
is
back. If I find this shit, bro. Oh shit. Barry Varnichek's coming to Edmonton.
Oh, like
Yeah, I
he's the-
saw that.
Wait,
I
what's
saw
that?
Okay.
I think he's coming like tomorrow in a few days.
Oh.
14th or the
Are
16th.
you gonna
No,
go
I'm
to
not
his concert
fucking
so you can sit
going.
at his concert and you be like, what can I do? You need to get out of your mom's basement. You need to find yourself a job. You need to pay for your own life. You need to be prepared to work for 25 hours a day. Yeah, build that extra hour, buddy, and work it because that's the only way you're gonna get success is if you work. I did not work for my whole childhood. From 12 years old, I was working. I had no time for play, no time for
I
friends.
never understood that methodology. Like I understand the methodology, but like when it's just like this is all I did was when I was in 20s, I never went out. I never bought a car. I stayed at home. I saved. I was on the internet, and I was and it was just like
I
to
tried
me,
that shit, and I'm still broke, motherfucker.
I hear that shit, and I'm just like that shit sounds boring as fuck, bro. You wasting all your good years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
in your basement. That's why I never understood what. Like I respect people who can really like hustle for that, and like they can really cut those things out. But it's just like,
Bro, money's meant to be spent. You know.
you can't
how I
take it
feel.
to the grave with you. You know what I mean?
You know,
And you can.
for tax purposes though, we saving.
You say it.
Big time.
But
But
yeah, that shit. Never started. No, that sounds don't sound like fun to me. It's like, man,
Yeah.
you're working 40 hours a week.
40
Shit
hours.
job anyways.
Mhm.
28 hours a week plus you train Forex stock. You lose shit every other week, so why not have some fun with it? You
That's
know?
what I'm saying, man. You're gonna
Yeah.
just wither away anyway. You're gonna wither away into Ghost. By the way, Ghost was what we were talking about before
Yeah.
we left.
We're talking about horror movie.
And horror movies.
First horror movies.
I said motherfucking Paranormal Activity because that shit was scary as fuck.
Yeah. Ghosts, a very common one.
What?
Mm.
Because I
Ghosts?
can, yeah, to be scared by ghosts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie. It's
No.
called Ghost. So
No.
I'm like, I've never seen this movie. I don't think there even is a movie called Ghost, other than that movie
No.
Ghost where they're doing the pottery.
Yeah. Mine, or
Whoopi Goldberg.
mine was Signs. Mel Gibson.
Fucking
not
the
even-
worst show.
That's not
even a
ever,
scary
dude,
movie.
I
man.
was shown that way too young. And I just remember seeing that one alien on that
That
TV,
one,
and that
man.
fucking spooked me. I
What?
thought the aliens were coming down and gonna.
After Paranormal Activity for me was War of the Worlds, and that was one that I
With
had
Tom
a nightmare
Cruise?
about. Yeah, I had a nightmare about those tripod things, man.
I don't even know. Like, I feel
Never
like
seen
I
it.
never really watched horror movies. I always just knew that it really wasn't. I really wasn't about that shit.
So wait, you get
Yeah.
scared by scary movies or what?
No, like now, no, not a chance. Shut the fuck up.
You just
Beach
don't like
ass.
them.
So
No, I just like I think as a kid, I just like I'd see things from it and then just be like, no, like I'm not gonna watch this shit. I just like don't
Well,
want to
yeah,
be
that's
like as a
how-
kid. I think I just was very like. I think I'm a very visual person, so like when I'm quick with like being like, okay, I don't want to watch this. Like I think like I think that like I can't even like none of my
You're
siblings.
scared like a little bitch.
Yeah. Well, I was a child, so
Well,
I
I was
didn't
too,
watch
but
it.
guess what? I grew up and I could watch it now without a scratch on me.
Yeah, I mean, I think like one of the first ones I watched was like Insidious, maybe. I think that was like, one of the first.
Oh yeah, that was creepy. Yeah.
That one was a fucked movie, and
Yeah, that was
then
fucked.
When coming from Malcom.
I don't know.
Yeah, because that one, it was not just like a horror movie too. It has like the doors and concepts, so you're
Wait,
trying
what?
to figure out.
Have you watched? What was the other
Bruh,
one?
the one that was the best with just a culmination of scary movies was VHS. Or you remember Ghostly
VHS
Encounters?
was crazy.
Go see.
Grave Encounters.
Grave Encounters. Yeah.
That was scary.
Mm.
Was that? Y'all seen Blair Witch Project?
That's not scary.
Have you played the
No,
game?
that's freaky.
Have you played
Nah.
the game?
No.
You have to play the game.
I watched Blair Witch.
Too good.
You know what?
I watched Blair
The game's
Witch
good, too.
not that long ago.
Pretty good.
The original and the remake. The original's trash. So bad. The original, the Blair Witch, yeah. It's so not
Hold on.
scary. Like
No,
the thing, but here's the thing. Like that camera. Here's the thing about the Blair Witch when it came out. That was the first like style of
That's
that
the
kind of
thing.
movie. And I understand when you looking back. But when I was sitting there, like, oh, I can't wait to be scared by it. There was not one moment that I was sitting there scared. So that
Let
was
me-
where I was disappointed. Where I'm like, I
Let
wanted
me
to watch
tell you
Blair
something.
Witch.
I bought into it right away.
Oh man, I was
Let me
like,
tell
this
you.
is phony ass shit.
I have not seen
I'm like,
the.
I could shoot a better one than this.
I've not seen the remake. I'm not sure if it's good.
The
if-
remake. I only caught bits of it.
If it's not bad, I might watch it. But I know the first one, for like the first week or maybe 2 weeks that it was released, like they their whole media team, they were whole like portraying it as this was like a found tape that they were able to release.
Right.
So
And then
like
Yeah,
they
but
weren't sure if it was real,
with
and then
that-
after the couple weeks, it was like, oh, this is
That's
actually
why.
fake. But
That's
people
why.
are like watching this is like, oh, is this shit actually real? Is
Yeah,
this
but
shit-
that's the same thing with Paranormal Activity. Like when
no, but you know it's a movie.
not when it came out. That was
Yeah,
the
no,
same
but-
thing though.
no,
like
but
you
you
know what I
know.
mean? You portrayed
But
it in such a
it was
way.
portrayed as like no 100%.
Yeah, have you watched Paranormal Activity? Like, I think I watched one of them, or like any of those, anything like most ghost movies are pretty much the same concept,
Yeah.
like built that way now, and like you just kind of like, oh, like this was. I think I watched like Paranormal Activity 2 or something like that, and I was just like, this was like I don't even think I would miss this even as I was a kid. Like I feel like I'd watch it and be like, I don't know, this was kind of fucking corny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think that like for me, like if I'm gonna watch like a horror movie or like a scary movie, it has to be like an element, like there has to be. I like when they're a little bit too close to home. Like I have
That's
to actually
Blair
be
Witch, bro.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
yeah.
Neighbors or Visitors. I can't remember what the movie's called, but it's about. You should look it up. I think it's called The Visitors, and it's about these people who essentially are breaking into other people's homes and like
Oh, yeah.
Some
burn,
shit.
like they burnt down like their shed and shit. Like it's like crazy, like
You know this
pretty
one?
freaky.
Is that one where they put like the
They're wearing, like, the
potato
That's
mask,
the
yeah.
strangers. That's
The Strangers.
Strangers.
The
Yeah, but they don't
Strangers.
burn. They don't burn down the house, do they? Did they do that? I don't remember.
They
how-
burnt down
The
the
burn.
shed.
But
Yeah,
here's,
the-
but it has that fucking scary ass music in it, right?
Yes, the
record
whole- that
player-
whole- but
the
that's
record
the
whole
player's gonna-
vibe and the
that
build
whole,
up.
See, that
Yeah.
kind of that is a psychological horror
Yeah.
because it's so possible. Like my girlfriend wants to go out the woods. She wants to get a cabin for her birthday.
Are you fucking out of your mind?
That's the only thing I can think about is we're all gonna die. But like I gotta get it. I gotta go. I gotta do it. That's what she wants for her birthday. But at the same time, you guys are invited. But that shit.
Damn. Yo, yeah, you guys come too.
No, I ain't even lying. But that way I ain't dying alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna die together. Come on now.
What?
But all I'm saying
What?
that-
Cabin in the Woods?
Film
We
a horror
watched that
movie.
one.
Yeah, but that shit is like
Real.
it is real, and it's scary.
Real?
No, but like
The
the
idea.
strangers, like, and the idea of like, especially there was one, I think it was called Eden Lake, and there's an Eden Lake here in Alberta. I think it was based off this
Oh,
place,
shit.
but like, it's about this couple. They go out, they go to this place, they're having a great time, and then all of a sudden they see these kids, and it's nothing but like kids all over the place. They don't see no adults, and these kids end up like trying to kill these adults.
Oh yes.
And like try to kill them, and then this girl like goes through all this shit, sees her husband die, whatever. Like it's the most brutal shit. Puts like razor blades in his mouth so that he like cuts up his whole entire like fucked up shit like that. And like at the end finds like the parents, and the parents are just even more fucked up. They like grab her and like take her into the back room and like kill her, do some crazy shit to her,
Yeah.
sacrifice her or some shit. So it's just like those kind of movies
That's
where
just-
it's like Get Out vibes, where it's like, oh, if
it's actually a little bit too
yeah,
close
like if
that
I
like
pulled
you're
up,
like
if I pulled
okay.
up to some rural town in Mississippi, my car breaks down. This is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to get like
Murdered.
like,
Yeah,
strung
for-
up. You
for
know what I'm saying?
real.
Like for real.
Yeah, like that shit like seems that's like a little bit I feel like that's what I like about like some horrors, like they're the super realistic
But
aspect.
but I also like, for me, I've had so many paranormal encounters, like real life encounters in my life, that watching like a ghost, like any real, like I'm talking about real ghostly shit, not like just some like stupid spooky shit. That's why Paranormal
Yeah.
Activity kind of like fuck with me, because the way it was portrayed was so like realistic, and shit that has either happened to me or to people that I know, where I'm like, okay, that could happen, this could happen, whatever. And it just and it also brings this like I have a sensory block, or like a memory block in my life, that I just block shit out, like guaranteed, because as soon as I hear super scary stories about possession, ghosts, demons, any of that kind of shit, only those kind of things will like make me tear up and like uncontrollable. I'll cry, but I'm not like sad, I'm not crying, but like my eyes will water up, and I'll just like, it's uncontrollable, can't. So I know that there's something that happened to me in my past, I was like ghostly encounter that scared the fucking shit out of me, that now whenever I like deal with anything like that, it's hard for me to cope or like deal with it. Yeah. But I have no idea what it is, block that shit out, keep it blocked out, fuck therapy, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding, work on your mental health. But
Okay, Sunday.
but still, that's where those movies hit the hardest, if they're done right.
Yeah.
If they're done horrible, I'm just laughing too. But
Have you seen American Psycho?
yeah,
Yeah.
I heard it's good. I heard it's really
the
good.
original.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
That
Looks
one.
like dolls in that movie.
That one's good. Just a rich guy.
No, I
Those
think
are
like
killing
people.
Yeah,
I
those are
think-
real though.
I think
Yeah.
there has to also be like I think
So
from
real.
from me too, it's also just like yeah, it's like it's good to watch like the ghost ones. Like obviously like the ghost ones, some of them are like they're good. Like some of them
Yeah.
are well shot.
Some of
like,
them are well done. But
Haunting
it's
of Hill
hard.
House is one of the best
Yeah.
ones that I watched because it
Oh
felt
yeah.
it felt a
That's
little
good.
bit more real. Like
Realistic, yeah.
yeah, like you could actually feel like this could actually be haunting. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
100%.
Like if actually there's. I
I
think
would,
for me it's a little bit like the longer the suspense and like the more the unsettling it can be. Like
That's what's gonna get me the most in terms of like a movie.
mhm.
Right there.
What I really don't like is like
That other shit is more personal.
Animals.
No. Like,
Or
have
like
you ever watched
Sharknado.
Hereditary or Midsummer?
These
That
guys.
shit
I
gets
remember
me
you,
Huh?
Naeem,
Midsummer
Nikhil were all saying
It's not
Hereditary.
Not scary, but like, well, Hereditary is weird because there's a lot of moments in it that are like, there's a lot of suspense, but there's actually like a scare at the end. Hereditary is like, it's all suspense because it just keeps building and like it gets weirder and weirder and just weird shit keeps happening. But like
So-
the end scare, like it wasn't even a scare. It was just more like it just ended in such
What
a
about
way.
those
that was
movies
weird.
that make like no sense? You ever see those movies that
Those
are just
the
like,
freakiest.
yeah, that have
'Cause
like,
they're just disturbing.
yeah, like there's no real like dialogue, or like if it's like a foreign film,
It's just quiet.
it's just like real quiet, but like there's all these weird scenes happening. Things are like, those ones are probably the
Good.
most.
Those are the best.
Those are the best
Yeah.
and probably the most like most disturbing
Yeah.
to me, because like it's just like those are images I've never like think of seeing, and then having them put together, however it's put together, is just like it's gonna play in my head.
Yeah,
And
and it's
like
like
you're trying to answer it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
What
what
the
is
fuck
this?
is
And then you
this?
start thinking what
Y'all
it
watch
is.
y'all watch Squid Game?
No, I haven't
Don't
watched
say
it yet.
nothing about it. I don't
Shit, man, come
bro.
on. How y'all? You watch
Yo,
it?
my mom's on Squid Game.
Not funny.
Wait, what?
My mom's on Squid Game. She was like, Squid Game, have you seen that?
Oh, she's
Whoa.
on it. I thought she was on it. I thought she was
Oh,
fucking
my mom
dying,
is
bro.
in the show.
Like, goddamn.
Like, people, I
No.
don't even know.
Wait, what? You ain't even watched it?
No, I don't
Oh,
know
we gonna
nothing
spoil the
about
whole
it.
thing for you then. Come on, fuck this nigga.
yo,
Man.
no,
No, I'm
don't
just
do
kidding.
it. That'd be-
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it.
You haven't
yet.
watched
We
it?
haven't got around to it
You
yet.
haven't
We're
watched it?
gonna watch
Ain't nobody watched
Yo,
it.
but y'all ever seen Marble Hornets?
Huh?
Marble Hornets?
No, I never watched
No.
it.
That's
what
where
is
Slender Man comes from. It was the scariest shit. It was on YouTube back in like 08.
It was like an old like fanfic
It
thing.
was like it wasn't even fanfic. It was like the 16 episode series pretty much that these dudes made, and they released it as it was real. And I was like, I remember
See, we wanted to
buddy
do that.
Jed, yo, bro, it was.
We could still do that. I wanted to
we
do
all
that
go
this
missing. We.
No, I'm not gonna go missing.
What would you do? What would you stop for your art, bro?
I would go all
Yeah.
the way, but I'm just
You
saying.
don't go
Like,
missing for it?
I would go missing.
Nick, shut up, bro.
I'm not gonna go like I'm not gonna go like missing like gone.
Shut
Like I don't
the
know
hell
where
up,
I
bro.
am.
That's how you sell it,
Bro, you going mission, bro? You getting this? You getting kidnapped for this shit, bro?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Oh, bro.
Gonna commit.
Sorry,
Fuck
go ahead.
no,
You're
nigga.
talking about the
And no, the Marble
Miracle Whip.
Because
What you said?
Marble
Hornets. Sorry.
And it's like I just remember my buddy Jared put me onto the show, or onto the footage because we thought
Jared
it was
Fisher?
real. Nah, Jared Stoutenberg.
You know Jared Fisher?
I don't know. Was he? Did he go to Wagner?
Yeah.
I know Jared
Yeah.
Fisher. Yo, he bought me a Michael Jackson glove, glittery joint. I
Oh,
was
sick.
like,
That's dope.
word, thanks.
Sorry, Marble Hornets.
Marble Hornets. Yeah, I remember we were watching it in my living room. I was scared for the rest of my life because
Wait, what?
There's this scene where Slender Man just opens the door where the main character's in, and it's all black, and all you see is the and the nigga just starts screaming. There's this. You don't even see Slender Man. You just see the suit,
silhouette.
and it's like
Oh,
he
no.
starts to duck. This dude runs past him, bro. He runs past him in the footage. He turns around.
You ever watch No Through Road?
No.
That was a scary one. That was a YouTube made.
That's crazy.
It
Yeah.
was like a fake ass.
YouTube was on some shit.
Yo, people made some
There's
good
a
ones.
Barney
That was
one.
what inspired us to want to make some shit.
Yo, the creepypasta. You ever see the Pokemon one? With the
Oh
dude
yeah, there's
dies?
a bunch of creepy.
Like,
There's lots of creepypasta ones that are fucking.
Yes.
familiar?
What
As
was,
a something?
What was that other? I don't know if it was a creepypasta, but there was the one where the dude had like he was making videos in his basement and he would kidnap kids. Have you heard that one?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, what?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where the dude so
You ever see the Jack the Ripper one? Sorry to.
no. With
Go ahead.
Jack the
Continue,
Ripper-
continue
so
with yours, and then I'll tell you.
No, like it was like I think it was a creepypasta. It was like some dude telling a story where this dude kidnapped these kids and he would shoot these films in his basement with these kids. He wouldn't like murder them, but like he would just shoot these very weird films
Oh.
and stuff. And it was like
think
his
that's worse.
TV show. And he would just play these videos, and like the kids would watch him make these weird fucking videos.
See that
and shit
that
like
kind
that.
of shit, like that kind of
Yeah.
psychological weird kind of like shit, like that's what really turns
with you.
me.
That's
Yeah,
just
like
violent, bro.
I don't like that at all.
What was it? It's kind of like the Japanese Grudge. If you ever watched it, where
I've
like,
never watched it, but I heard it's so good.
It's it's good.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's like I mean
That
it's good for
scared
its
me as
era,
a
right?
kid.
Right.
You watched
But-
the Japanese one or just the?
Yeah.
You watched the Japanese?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, the Japanese was fucking like weird because like it's the same thing as like those foreign films, right? Like
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
shoot way more like things just in the corner, like
Yeah,
for
they
no
do a lot more
context
subtle,
reason.
the subtle horror.
Yeah, and like
That's
that's
what's
the thing. Like that's like Haunting a Hill House was very much like that too, where it was like you wouldn't catch things the first time, but like you wouldn't catch everything, but you would catch some things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'd be watching, but wait, and then you'd be like, wait, and they go back, and then you missed it. It's too late, and now you're on the edge, and then some other shit happens. It was like crazy, and like, what do we watch? We've been watching a lot of the Stephen King stuff.
Oh, Misery?
No, Gerald's Game. You watch that?
No.
Gerald's Game's where, they're like her husband dies and she's chained to the bed, and so she's essentially like slowly going more and more psychotic. It's a really well done movie because they thought it could never be shot,
Right.
but like it's the same dude who did I think he did some other Stephen King movies, and I think he did a couple other more of like the Netflix horror ones, but they were like really good, but it was like really well shot. So like it's if you don't like Stephen King, if you've like read the book, it's like I think it's better in the book probably, but the movie was really well done. It had some pretty good had some really good dialogue. Essentially because it's like two characters. Like you only have two characters,
it's going
in it,
back.
right?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, but it's harder to because
It's harder to make it more interesting, but if you
Yeah,
have
but
the
it's-
right people, you can kind of,
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, hold on. Going back to Dylan's original question. What is the scariest movie, all-time scariest movie to you?
Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch?
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, Blair Witch Project. That's what I'd say for me.
Like, still now when you watch it, it scares you.
Yeah, I watched it the other day. My brother, it freaked me out. Still, I had trouble watching it. It's freaky.
Is there some? What's yours?
Me?
So you can watch now, still to this day.
I think yeah, Strangers and Insidious I think are the
Yeah,
two
Strangers. I don't think I could ever watch it and not feel like
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable about it.
I still like. I think after I watched it for just years, I just felt like there was someone
Yeah.
watching me. Like,
Yeah.
outside. I just for years, right?
Anytime I would go down, like, especially when I was a kid after I watched it, because I watched it with Lena when I was in grade like 8 or 9 or some shit, and probably 9, and then I fucking ever since then I would walk down and in the dark because I could see it like my backyard. I'd always just think there was like people out there just watching me.
So weird.
Just watching like
Just
what I'm
so
doing, like
weird.
even that concept of just like someone just like watching your whole life, like you would always have those. You and your friends would always be on like what was it, Skype or like what was it?
Yeah, Skype.
Skype, and you would be like all like you would see each other like video chatting all the time while you guys are like gaming or doing whatever like that. You ever watched that one movie that had the horror about all that shit?
Oh yeah, they're just watching. Yeah.
I'm like, that's Mo's like worst nightmare.
Bro, the FBI agent that's watching me, bro, this nigga already scared.
They stopped watching it, bro.
What was yours?
Have you ever seen Dead Silence?
Oh yeah, that fucking I
No?
hate puppets so much.
What's that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrifying.
It's about like a ventriloquist who dies and pretty much haunts her puppets. And there's one scene where he's like, the whole premise is if you scream, she rips out your tongue and pretty much kills you.
Yeah.
So sometimes she like shows you like brutal shit to try to make you scream. And he's running in this stage or
Like a theater.
in a theater up on the rafters, and the one thing breaks and he like falls down, grabs the edge, he's hanging, and he like pulls his like self up, he's like rescuing himself, and like as soon as he like pulls himself back onto the ledge, her face is right there, like her like, ghost face
That's crazy.
right there,
Scariest
pop
fucking-
up, and that like I saw that face everywhere, and I used to have a bunk bed with the ladder coming down, so
Oh.
every time I would just like close my eyes because I would like if I'm looking straight, I'm gonna see that face as soon as I go down.
Do you ever
Right.
like
Oh, fuck that shit,
Here's a
bro.
question: have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, saw something, and then you couldn't go to sleep for like an hour?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that happened to me when I was a kid. A lot.
Yeah.
Like, no, a lot.
See, that happened to me like, oh man, it had been
Recently?
like a few months ago.
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
What happened was
Yo, get out of my house, man. Get the holy water on your
no,
ass.
it like
Tell me about
so like I was asleep, right? And like I don't know. Sometimes I think that where like and seriously I told her I was like I feel like something's like haunting like our basement. Like I don't know.
Oh,
Like I just feel like
shit.
something's there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you just get that
Yeah,
unsettling.
sometimes
feeling.
if you walk into a place, you can feel the energy.
But like it's only like
shifting.
it's only the basement. It's never like upstairs. It's always just the
Sometimes
basement.
it's a part of people's houses.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like
Especially since it's a rental property. It's not like.
yeah, you never know, right? And so like for me, like I remember one time. This was before I had told her. I was just kind of ignoring, but I just had this like feeling. Well, I
This is
went
the
to
shit
sleep.
That creeps me out.
I went to sleep, whatever. Like was dreaming, and then like I just like suddenly woke out of my dream, and I like turned and like look up, and it looked like there was a dude standing here, and there was a dude standing right there, and it
Yeah.
felt like there was a third person in the back, and I just froze, like didn't move, like just didn't like and like I like the way the basement's kind of laid out, like there's a window, and I couldn't like, see, you can't really see, but you can see the figure of everything, and you can just kind of like feel, and it just like felt like that,
Yeah.
and I just kind of like froze,
No,
and
but-
I was like, like don't move. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
But
you
that's
know,
how I
these niggas-
felt. See, like that's what I was talking about. What I'm saying, like I would hear footsteps all the time. And
Yeah.
it would be like that. You feel the presence of like someone. It's not just like the sound. It was like a whole entity is there.
Yeah.
And I would look all the time, and nothing was there. But I swear to God,
Yo, bro.
something would be there.
Right over there at the four-way stop, if you turn right and kind of go into that neighborhood over there, that's where my old house used to be. That's pretty much my childhood house where I grew up there, and my parents built it from ground up. They were the first owners, but they swore it was like built on like an ancient burial ground or something, because
Yeah, there was a lot of weird
White
shit. in
people
that.
love
Every-
that. White people love ancient burial grounds. That's the
well,
first-
it was the only that's the
Only
only
explanation
explanation because we were the
sometimes.
only owners in the house, right?
Happened to my family in Vancouver. Not my family, but extended. But go continue.
And every night at 3 a.m., my mom would wake up and like sleepwalk, and she would be looking for like a child, be like looking for a kid.
That's
And
crazy.
whenever she would go anywhere else, like as soon as we moved, her sleepwalking stopped. And there
Yeah.
would just always be like little weird things. It was never bothering us.
Yeah.
And she remembers that the night that we were cleaning out the house, that it was all bare, she was finishing out. I went with my dad to do like a final trailer load, and she was just finishing up all by herself. That she like was doing something down on the kitchen, like clean something, and she just heard like just like clear as day, like just like a big breeze go through, and like hit all the blinds.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She goes up to shut the windows. Every single window is shut,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and she's
That's
like,
shit.
hey, I know I didn't
Bruh,
like
that is-
imagine that. Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, Dylan got me crying, bro.
the thing is like, yo, I think like honestly on some shit, that's all real. Like all
It
this
is.
shit is so real, and especially I think as kids, like, yo, we have that like intuition, be it from whatever it is. Like we're sensitive.
I think
people,
that yeah,
we
like
not-
kids
used to
are
deal with
kids
it
are
so much.
naturally more
Bro.
prone to like feel like spirits. I think that's what like people
Well,
say,
you're so
right?
much closer to the
Yeah.
beginning of life and the end of life.
and just like innocence, like just
Yeah.
the fact that it's like, oh, they're like an open vessel, you know, shit will go through you if you allow, if you're like,
Yeah.
open. So like,
These ain't drinking no fluoride-filled water yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
who knows?
have you guys had like weird ghosts? Like you mentioned that you were fucking seeing. people
Yeah,
recently.
but like to me, like it's either right. It could have been, but like
See,
it also could have been a thing where I just woke up and I just like you freak
Yeah,
yourself
you
out.
freak yourself out. I had that recently too, actually, but I wasn't scared. But I looked like, cause I woke up. It was like literally like I think a few nights ago. Cause I woke up in my room and I looked, and I could have swore it was just like a full like person, like detailed person, just like standing, for like a split second. And then like I like looked again, and then there was nobody, and I'm like, man, I'm fucking tripping, and I just went back to sleep. But like,
Mhm.
there's moments where I'm like, that could be real.
Yeah,
But the fact that I'm not crying makes it not real. But the thing is, like, why I believe it so much, it could be my own shit, but I just had so much different family involved in paranormal shit. Or my grandfather was a priest who would do exorcisms, he would do possessions, he would do things to like he would bring spirits back to the house. He tied them to this tree that's still in the backyard, hasn't grown a single day, like it's still a shrub, and it's got all these ribbons on it with demons and shit on it, apparently, if you believe. But like that's got bad energy, that whole thing. But that like whole like lifestyle has always been a part of how I grew up. So for me, it was like I was always dealing with something. It was some weird, if it wasn't like all the pictures of my mom, my uncle, everything just falling all at once while all my family is sitting like grieving when my grandfather passed away, and like it's like it was just weird. It was just like all these like weird signs, and my uncle seen gods, he's seen demons, he's seen, you know, all these things. And my grandfather, my mom used to find like weird, like things would go missing or go in weird places. Like she'd put a cup down and then she'd come back and the cup would be like in the other part of the room. And she'd be
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And it was just like, that was normal. But for me, like when I feel and I get that like weird feeling when someone talks about like a certain ghostly encounter that they've had, it's like I can tell if it's real or not. Because like if the way that I feel and the energy that I get from the story they're describing, it feels like it still carries that spirit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I can feel what that spirit is.
Mm-hmm.
And like, or like the evil, or not, even if it's not evil, but just like the fucking, you feel it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
almost like a hurt. It feels like a pain.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it like makes me tear up. But I've heard stories that people claim to, you know what I'm saying, ghost stories, whatever, and it's had no effect on me. Where it's like, oh, it's scary, sure, but that's not gonna like make me feel that way. So that's what makes me feel like there's some sort of connectivity. I feel it so strongly, especially when I hear stories of like real significance like that. Because that's not even a scary story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that story still has so much like weight to it for some reason. Like when I just hear it, that it's just like,
Yeah.
there's got to be something to it.
Well, yo, bro, like, as I've been getting older, like, literally, like, I'm just starting to believe in coincidence more and more, and like the fashion that like
Coincidence
like-
police.
yo, bro,
I can take you on a wild journey for coincidences.
because yo, bro, I think like in some sense maybe it's the shrooms, but it's like everything happens for a reason, and like yo, like it's just like eerie shit. Like the cup may move, or like literally today I was in my basement and I kept stepping on this book. I was doing a workout and I was like, what the fuck is this book? I lift up this book. It's pictures from me and my family in Sudan, like 10, 13 years ago, and I was literally just thinking about it. I was about to slip on this book, but it's like, oh, you need to check this out. It felt like, and like on some shit, like okay, my house has had some bad energy. Like I don't know, something's been in it recently, and literally I put like a third eye in my room. My mom's like, this is like to keep the evil eye away, and like, yo, bro, I remember when I was a kid. I had a room a little bit smaller than this. Maybe if you cut that door down, and it's just this side here. My bed would have been here, and that's the door, right?
Yeah.
The door is just like open a crack, and it's like 11 or something. It's late at night, and I'm not going to sleep. I was probably on my Game Boy or something, but I just remember this like blue figure. At first, it was really blurry, and it walked past the door, and I was like really freaked out. It was like really cold. I was like, okay, what was that? And then it comes back through again. It's a little more detailed this time. That's when I really got scared.
Yeah.
And it just, I wasn't like compelled to scream or like move or anything. I was just like, what? Or like tell anyone. I was like, what was that? And it's just like, that just couldn't have been fake.
Do you
You
feel
know
like
what I'm
you
saying?
feel like it's still there?
Were you watching the Smurfs? Because that's when that shit would come on late night like that. I know,
Nah,
bro. You
nigga.
tripping, bro.
It was after my dad died. Nah, it's just interesting. Like, yeah, I just feel like.
So do you feel like that same energy felt? Was there energy attached to it, or was it just like you just saw it? You were just like, what the fuck?
It was like it was something passing through, bro. I don't know what it was. On some shit, like I've been believing, like if you think of someone enough, they'll feel you thinking of them.
Yeah, no. If you like, if you think of somebody and then they call you, you're like,
Literally, it's like, oh, I was just thinking about you.
like interconnected, and like that's like, oh, what a coincidence. It's like that's not a coincidence. Or like running into somebody at a certain place after you thought about them last week, or talking about something and then seeing it later. It's like it's a coincidence. That's what we call it. But like, there's a whole. To me, there's a whole like sub space of like. And the only way that I could explain it in visual, like to visually understand what I'm talking about, is like it's like portal jumpers. Think of like an organization of portal jumpers, and it's very like abstract way of thinking about it. But there's this organization of literally beings that look over what's going on and are pretty much coincidence police. So they'll plant a coincidence here, and they'll make sure it goes through somewhere else. So it's like there's just so many things where it's like it's planned. Like there's a path, but there's a billion, right?
Donnie Darko.
And it's Donnie Darko. So we can talk about that if you want. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
We can talk about it when we come back if you want. If you want to split us.
I was gonna say no, like when you're talking about people think about it, I always recently somebody I knew like passed away. And, like, I had been thinking about, I was like, oh, man, you know what, I haven't seen this person for a while. Like, you know what I mean? I should probably, like, hit them up maybe one time or, like, maybe see how they're doing, whatever. And then I, like, didn't think about it for a day. And the next time I was like, oh, did you know died? And I was like, what?
Shit.
I was like, what happened?
That's crazy.
Right? And it was just like really crazy, but like
Yeah.
I like literally like to a point where like I didn't think about them at all. Thought about them once, and then was like having dreams, and like now I've been recently having like they're in all my dreams recently. You know what I mean? So it's just like that weird kind of like connection where it's just like, oh, like I hadn't been thinking about this one person for a long time, and then all of a sudden it's just like gone like that. You know what I mean? It's like so weird.
No, it's strong like that too, especially in that that sense when it's a spirit like that, where it's like someone passes away.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it's like way stronger because they're disconnected from. This is I could tell you call me a fucking hippie at this point, but they're disconnected from their body, and your body, you're a vessel. Like if you do, I feel, and a lot of people that do enough like ayahuasca or DMT or enough like real fucking heavy psychedelics will believe that this world is nothing. It's just like it's not the Matrix, but it is the Matrix. It's like my soul is attached to this empty vessel, and once I die, my vessel will go, but my soul will keep going, like reincarnation. You'll just come back as another human or another whatever, and your soul is eternal. That's why sometimes you'll feel like you've done certain things before, like you have past like lives, or you feel like you have experience at things. Like for me, it was weird. I went to Toronto, and I felt like I'd been there. I knew where I was going. Like I was walking through. I went to London, and I felt like I knew the streets already. Like it was like it was just weird familiarity. That doesn't mean that I had past lives there, but that kind of just like weird sensation of like, oh, this feels so familiar.
Yeah.
That to me is like, oh, in my head, shit, man. We've been doing this shit for millennia.
Ever.
You know,
Just infinite.
infinite beings passing through. Now is that are we reincarnation? Are we human?
Yeah. I feel
that
like
we really
sometimes
human?
people say it's also
gods.
like like you almost get it from like your ancestors. Like your ancestors pass down like information in your brain.
They do, bro.
In a
They
way
do.
that like you like it's not like spirit, but like it's almost in like it's like a almost like
A
gene thing. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah.
brain just constantly like remembers certain aspects
Yeah.
of things that maybe you never lived through, but like it's almost like an instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
100%.
mean? So
100%.
like,
Like Avatar, bro.
yeah,
Pretty much, man.
Almost.
You know that you're supposed to learn all these motherfucking things already, man. You
Mhm.
have it. Got the will of the Avatar, the last Avatar, and all the avatars.
Well, it's
before.
just Darwinism, right? So if like your body naturally adapts
yeah,
to face the environment, if you're like you see some shit like a catastrophic flood or like some crazy fire, you're gonna like psychologically build in like elements in your DNA that when you're born you're kind of naturally
yeah. Like you
adaptation of the
naturally,
fire.
like it's like
Yeah.
a natural thing you know not to touch, like fire.
Yeah.
Like
Heat,
fire is
yeah.
like a
fear
naturally.
of heights.
I had to learn
Yeah.
that one. I had to
Yeah.
learn that one.
Yeah, well, yeah, you learn it a little bit,
I
but like
touched the stove.
in like, but like in like a sense of like a primal sense, like as a child, even if you didn't know what a fire was, you as a baby's like naturally are just not. They don't want to just jump in a fire. They see it,
100%.
but they don't
Yeah.
want. You know what I mean?
I touched the electrical.
Oh, I touched
an
the- I touched the
electrical
stove, too.
Yeah, electric.
So that's different, you know. I'm gonna give
You're not
myself.
reaching in
I'm
for
not,
a flame.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm flame. I'm never reaching for no flame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's primal for sure.
That's a dumb baby.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a nice baby. That baby wants to get cooked.
Yeah.
That's barbecue baby.
That one is leave that one.
No, for real.
Your baby walking a fire, bro. You just leave that.
Leave
Let that cook.
that. Leave that. That's a dumb baby. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back to Donnie Darko because that movie actually changed my life.
Who is Donnie Darko?
Yeah, man. Stop, bro.
Hilarious.
Speaking of the Sixth Sense at movies, have you seen Sixth Sense?
I don't think so.
You haven't? About the kid that can see ghosts? Famous
Yeah.
quote. I see dead people.
Oh,
Sixth Sense or
I
Fifth
think
Sense?
so, yeah.
That's not a
Bruce
quote.
Willis?
I love that.
Yeah, I
You
think
ever seen
so.
12 Monkeys?
I think I've seen it like a long. I think I've seen it once.
That was a great one.
Have you ever seen 13 Ghosts?
Nah.
Have you ever seen Donnie Darko? Let's get on that one.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Donnie Darko.
Can we talk about it though?
Yeah.
It's worth a watch because even if we talk about it, it doesn't do any justice to like the experience that it is. It's a fucking experience.
Come on.
It's an interesting movie, that's for sure.
Pull this up too, man. You gonna pull this part up? All right, go ahead. Talk to us, Dylan. You just watched it, so give us a little bit. It's most fresh in your mind.
Yeah, refresh me.
Refresh
It's been a
us.
while.
I know about it all. I watched it like a fucking billion times because
Bro.
I was when I was. Let me hold on. Can I give some backstory?
Yeah.
I want to shut the fuck up. when I was
No.
like
Go ahead.
grade 11, I want to say, right around that time. It was when I was writing that play, too.
Oh, the time on the clock is
Has
due,
goo,
everything.
yes. So that whole like concept of just absurdism, like what Donnie Darko is at to its core of being like such a fucking
Weird
puzzle
movie.
of a movie the whole
Yeah.
time you're watching it, is very much just what like that also along with Childish Gambino shit just like accentuated that in what I wanted to do. And then like I was so weirdly depressive and like in this weird changing space that the movie just made so much sense to me when I watched it. And like I couldn't explain it to you. I'll be honest. Like I can tell you what happens, but I can't explain the movie. You
What
have to
it
watch
is,
it.
yeah.
It's an entity
Yeah.
in its own being. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. Talk about it a little bit.
Did you
Since he
just-
watched
you just
'cause
watched it
he
for the
watched
first
it again.
time?
No, he watched it
Oh.
only once with me. And that was
Okay.
like a long time ago, and he has done a lot of self-evaluation, growing, and being a different person
Yeah.
since then. So, I would say that he came at it with a different perspective now. So go ahead, talk about it.
It's quite
Put
the
this out, Elmo.
interesting movie. I'm not sure. Still not sure about the bunny rabbit. Why?
Frank.
Why he created it,
Is that like
or like
Matrix?
why it like exists.
No. Don't just jump into some random facts.
It's like-
Let's talk about the movie here, and then we'll get to your questions.
You're like,
Well, you think,
you're
well,
like,
I took the
it's
longest pause of my life. I just don't understand about the bunny rabbit.
Like what? Like come on.
Like, you
no-
want to leave the
Well,
desk?
you were just talking. You're like, I don't even know how to describe this movie.
Yeah, but you
So,
just
yeah, I'll
watched
do.
it.
It is about a young man who
He gets diagnosed with pretty much schizophrenia.
yes, that's what they say.
yes,
So
K.
if you look up the medication that they give him, that's what it's for. It's for schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, which are sometimes very closely linked.
Schizoaffective.
Yeah. So it was all a trip.
Go ahead. Don't be shy now. Come on.
Where-
It's your podcast.
No, I forgot where I was at.
Talking about you didn't get very far. You're just talking about
Oh yeah, so it's this kid, and a jet engine crashes into his bedroom, but he is not in his room. And ever since then, shit starts going kind of weird, and you start seeing this kind of man in a mascot suit, this weird bunny face, not sure why, who tells him there's 28 days till the world will end.
And it's Halloween is the day that the world will end.
Yeah, that's what it ends up being. And
It's
then,
the perfect time to watch the movie too.
Yeah. And then this rabbit throughout the movie proceeds to tell him to do a bunch of terrible stuff.
Oh, it's like White Rabbit, like Alice in Wonderland shit.
It's
That-
kind of a play on that. In it, actually,
There's a
there is.
connection to it.
There have been. I read some fucking. I was deep in this movie. I read some. What are they? What do they call 'em?
Theories?
Theories, yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like that. They play into like just playing into that concept of being so lost down, tumbling down the hole farther and farther. But this movie is
Yeah.
so deeply layered. Go ahead and tell anybody any more that you got.
Oh, and I don't know. There's just so many weird aspects to it. I don't want to ruin what happens in it.
I would
But-
love to ruin what happens.
You okay? Go for it.
Yeah, like is that okay?
What was the scene when he was in the movie theater?
Yeah.
It was when he took off the mask.
He's laughing, right?
Yeah. Well,
And it's him.
in
And
the-
he's Frank.
yeah, he's Frank. That's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Who's Frank?
Him.
That's the rabbit. The rabbit's named Frank.
Yeah, but he is in the mask.
Yeah.
He's the one. So he's looking at himself.
Oh, is that
No.
where that bunny
Right?
head
Isn't he?
comes from?
Isn't he?
Yes.
That's
yeah.
not
Oh
himself.
no!
Oh,
Sorry, not
okay,
himself.
shit.
Sorry, not himself. It's that kid from back in the day who got shot in the eye.
Oh.
Sorry,
okay, Yeah.
I made my own.
I was thinking because I was like, I can't remember who it was who when he took off the mask.
That's
who
who Frank is, and so this movie is about time travel, essentially. As much as it doesn't make like as clear a day that's what it's about, but throughout the movie there are these quotes that pop up on the screen from this book that this woman wrote, who's that crazy lady, the male. Grandma Death. There's this old woman who is pretty much like a witch, and she is just psycho at this point. She's kind of disconnected from reality, but she wrote this book a long time ago that had these key elements of what like a special time traveler kind of like what that person
can do
and who they are and kind of like what they need around them, and it kind of describes like this person has this many people who are linked to them and they it's like talking all this crazy shit. But like when you really break it down and you look into all these things, it's a very, very interesting concept of like just morality, and then like the time travel in itself of just fucking mind fucks you. So you said this jet engine falls, right? And when that happens, before it hits him, there's pretty much like a rift in time and space. So he gets put into another parallel universe, and it pretty much pops him. It's weird because the movie kind of plays like a loop at a certain point, because it ends with him.
Also,
I don't know if you care, but it's a great movie just to watch. Still, it ends with him dying by the jet engine, right? That falls, but that's at the beginning of the movie because he's riding his bike home from falling asleep, wherever the fuck he fell asleep.
I can't remember.
Remember, he comes out
in the middle of the road,
middle of the fucking in the golf course.
Oh.
No, golf course, because he woke up and he's like, what kid? Your kid?
That was in the very first one.
Oh, really?
The opening scene. He's
Oh
laying
yeah,
down in the
yeah,
middle
yeah,
of the
yeah,
road
yeah.
with his bike.
Yeah. That was weird. But that's when he comes back from the plane, is at the golf course, and that's how it ends. So it's kind of like this weird like loop, and he does all of the things that he does to enable that loop to kill himself. It's kind of I don't it's weird. I do understand it, but I haven't watched it in so long that all these
his sequence of events essentially leads him to like this same mortality that he faced in like in the parallel world.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like for me, like when I watched
such a fucking weird
it's
movie.
been it has been a while since I probably should rewatch it.
I'm gonna rewatch it.
But like from what I remember watching, I was just first of all like I was like, okay, maybe this is like a 28 days where like it's retracting his life. But then they were like, Frank to me was like a reaper almost, like to the point where it was like, do this, do that, do this. You know what I mean? Oh, like leading him to the point of death essentially, where it's like, and like obviously he's a schizophrenic, so like every so often he'll go see his therapist and then they'll talk about certain things like that, and he'll say like,
oh yeah, that shit was fucking
super weird. Like he's like,
he touches himself or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, like my therapist turns me on and some shit like that, and that's like a whole scene. But it's just like, it's, you know, he's sitting there with his therapist. You know what I mean? So it's like this guy himself is already disconnected from reality. So he already, I mean, now that you brought the author up, that kind of makes a little bit more sense because the two of them are almost parallels in themselves.
Yeah.
Because they also are both disconnected from reality because he's a schiz and then she's losing her mind, right?
Yeah.
So they almost play parallel.
It's those types of people that can tell, that can sense those things, because he could see pathways after a certain point of where people were going to go, and like it was pretty much, it's like the the theory of everybody already has their path kind of predestined for what it is. Like you're already going to, you're gonna get up from that, like your path is already going, you're gonna get up from here, you're gonna go, we might go upstairs, play some video games, then you're gonna walk out of here and your path goes straight to your house, and all your guys' paths go straight to your house, and then in the morning it goes straight to work, and then it goes, you know what I'm saying, like these things, they're already predetermined and preset, even if it's just your daily routine. but you could tell,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, that weird jelly shit that's coming out of people's stomachs. I don't know if you remember
Oh
that.
yeah.
I know, it's crazy. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, like I got to.
Because it's very much like it's
It's a visual movie.
It's a
Like,
visual movie, and it taught me a lot about myself.
Yeah.
At the time, it was weird.
Yeah, it's a
can't
very
even
it's a
explain what it
visual
taught me.
movie because you can't explain things without giving too much away. Almost like it's hard to explain. Like I could be like, yeah, there's these jelly portions where like
Even saying all the stuff that we're saying doesn't explain a damn thing about the movie.
Yeah.
So like,
I see it in context.
yeah, it's very much a trip in time and space, and I definitely wanted to discuss it. I'm glad that you guys.
Yeah.
New York?
What?
Synecdoche, New York.
No, I've never seen that.
My brother put me on. It's like, it's a similar vein to what this sort of sounds like to me, and it's like that existentialist sort of dread. It's about this guy going through his life, and he's a theater director, and he gets this project grant to like produce this huge show, and I think he's somewhere. It's in New York, Synecdoche, New York, and the
How
show.
do you spell Synecdoche?
It's like SYNECH.
Okay, as long as I know it's SYN.
Yeah.
Then I'm good.
I think you'd love it, yo.
Yeah,
like,
it already sounds interesting.
I think
Continue
all
with
of
the.
y'all would like
You don't have to wear that.
They respect the game. It's he's hired on to do this big theater project, and the project that he decides to do is he's gonna recreate his life through this theater.
No, that's pretty dope.
Oh.
And he has this entire warehouse, and this warehouse is literally just actors repeating his life, and they build sets for each portion of his life.
That'd be so fucked up.
And there's a dude
but I'd love to do
following
that.
him.
That's what I wanted to do.
And there's a dude following him, and he's following him because he's trying to act like him. It's a method thing. And this dude also falls in love. And eventually, this whole play has been going on for years, 70 years. Goes. It's never ending, pretty much. It's just this dude's life that falls around, repeats. New actors come in. The set gets bigger, more elaborate. The warehouse is eventually too full. They can't keep it up. And then it comes to this beautiful ending. But it just hurts. It takes you to that place where I feel like Donnie Darko is maybe describing. It's like, whoa, we went so down the hole, and there was only one way out of there.
Yeah. That's definitely how Donnie Darko gets. 'Cause he just goes so. Everything just culminates to such a point where there's no other way it could have gone.
Yeah. It's the best outcome.
Yeah, it really is.
I read
That's
this.
great art, yo.
Synecdoche.
Synecdoche, New York.
You know,
Another
I gotta
movie.
watch
It's a
this.
phenomenal
Yeah.
movie, yeah.
I might have to see this tonight.
I read this book called The House of Leaves, and it's a crazy book. It kind of fucked me up a little bit. It's like 3 books in one. So it's about a guy who finds there's an old guy in his apartment complex who always goes for walks. One day they find out that he didn't come out for his walk. They go into his apartment. They find out he's dead. And they see this big chest open, and it's like filled with like all these like notes and papers that are numbered. And this guy, this old guy was blind, and so he realizes this, calls the police. They take away his body. He has no next of kin coming to grab his stuff. They're pretty much gonna throw it away. He goes back with his friend to see if they can take anything. And he ends up taking this chest and like sorts out all these papers and starts reading it through. And he's not sure if this was a story this old man was like making or whatever like that, but because he got in these like nurses and stuff like that and got them to write down these stories on these notes and stuff. And it was a story about this one house, and one day there's a door that just appears. And the guy who owns the house was an ex-Navy guy, and he goes in this door, and it's like a long dark hallway, and it's like almost like just like a building with no power in it. Just like no power and nothing like that. And so he goes in, looks, there's corners like that. This is interesting. And then he kind of goes back in, grabs a rope, ties it inside, keeps going, and it goes into this like huge room, and like obviously like within the layout of the house.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and okay, before any of this happened, sorry to
Backtrack.
no, he was measuring the walls when they were
Oh.
putting in furniture when they moved in,
Right.
and they realized that the inside measurements were bigger than the outside of the house,
Oh.
and it never made sense to them. They're like, how is this possible?
Mhm.
And then it started like just things started getting bigger, and then this random room appeared, and then he got in his like Navy buddy, and he started like taking actual like fishing line and doing expeditions.
Harness.
And they found like a staircase that dived down, that like they dropped a flare and they could see no ending
Damn.
to it. And like it was this whole story about like exploring this like room, and then them having trouble finding their way back, so it was like almost like
It would like change.
place that kept shifting.
Oh
Mhm.
God.
Yeah. And
Oh,
at the
God.
same time, like there's the main story,
My anxiety
and then
flare.
in like, you know how there's like the little numbers on certain words, and then it gives you the definition or whatever at the bottom.
like italics or whatever.
It's
maybe not
kinda set
italics,
up
I'm
like
not sure what
that.
it's called.
And then at the bottom of the page, there is kind of the narration of this guy who found it. He's like, what the fuck? How did this guy write this? What was he thinking? And he's like, and like just like normal thoughts that you have.
Oh, like he's making a commentary on it.
And he's like,
Okay.
did I miss a page? Like, how do you just go from here to here? Like,
So
is this a real story or whatever like this?
So the story that he's reading is about them going down into the
Yeah. And it's kind of his narration.
right.
And at the same time, as he's doing this, he's receiving letters from his mother, who's in this old care home. And as he's reading this story and receiving these letters, like there's certain pages where it's just letters from his mom talking to him. And it turns out that his mom is like this schizophrenic who is just starting to like fall deep.
Mhm.
And he has a lot of those tendencies, and that he's like kind of like putting out as he's like diving deep into the story. He's pushing a lot of people in his life away into the story to finish it. And like the whole thing is like 3 stories, but it's all like coming together and just like slowly reading it. And like I just read through the whole thing, and I didn't realize until I finished it like how it made my mind feel. I just like the whole time while I was reading it, remember I felt like so unraveled and like just so like falling out of control,
Yeah.
because like I felt so connected to it. And that's like the whole story, it just like kept tumbling down in each different story,
Yeah.
just jumping.
That's crazy.
dangerous
Wow.
shit, too.
Yeah.
That shit'll fuck you up, man.
That's crazy
Pretty
to have like
intense, bro.
3 stories and then like they all kind of connect. That's always good. That's hard to write
It's
too,
very
right?
hard
That's a
to
very
write.
hard story to write.
Especially,
But that's
like,
pretty
it's like
good.
stories and stories, and then the fucking mom's perspective, and then the guy's life. I don't
Like
that.
literally some of the pages it has you like flipping the book around, like reading it.
I'm
That's
reading it
crazy.
upside down. I remember you were telling me you were reading this. That's when you were going through your shit. Maybe that was the book.
That's what I was.
Yo, art finds us at like the perfect times, man. Like at least I feel like for creative people, like, well, almost anyone's like that piece will come to you like when you need it, like when you're going through that depressive episode, like
Yeah.
that movie that you watched that like got you out of it, or like just
Well,
something
that's
that
true,
helps
that's-
you understand it, you know, like
Yeah.
The song that you know, anything that's just like resonates to make you just realize it doesn't mean that much. Feel better, you know.
or like explains your experience.
Or yeah,
too.
it lets you know exactly how much it means,
Mhm.
and then you're just like, damn. But it just makes it so it's just like you're really connected to that shit.
Yeah.
That's how I am, man. That's how I get with TV shows sometimes. That's how I get with like anime, especially. But like, I haven't read a book in a long time, but that's how I used to get, especially when I'd read like,
Yeah.
like especially fucked up books. I used to read like
Yeah.
Skeleton Key and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
That one was like
Damn.
linked. It had videos that you would go and like watch online that would like link to like the book, and then it would like be like weird, scary shit, and it was too much. Too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you gonna be for Halloween, yo? Sorry to jump the segue.
A secret. I'm pulling up.
You just pulling up?
I'm pulling up.
I put a blanket on my head every Halloween, and I have to just set it.
You're gonna be here.
You're the KKK.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm just a KKK every Halloween. I save a blanket ghost, and I usually remix it. Last year, I was really obsessed with space, so I put like a bunch of space themed things on the blanket.
Are you really a blanket ghost every year?
Yeah.
It's easy.
I swear to God.
There's pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
Malcolm will give you a lobster.
Yeah, I got a
Costume if
lobster
you want.
costume on the deck, bro.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah,
I'm gonna
your
be.
lobster
I don't know
roast.
what animal I'm gonna be this year, but it's gonna be
So
worse.
wait,
I'm putting up.
so
I might
you're
be a
not
cow.
gonna-
Probably a cow, bro. Is that what you want? Is that what,
No,
that's what Jaylin wants. He
I
wants
want
to be
the
the
de-
cow,
I
bro.
want something not a costume you
I wouldn't
already
mind the
have.
cow.
Huh?
I wouldn't mind the cow.
Why do
I-
you want the
why do you-
cow?
Because I haven't seen the cow.
You already
Yeah,
know what the cow
we
is gonna
need
look
the
like.
cow.
No, I don't.
I'm
Is
gonna
it a
be the
black
cow.
and white cow or a brown
Don't
cow?
ruin the
I can't tell
surprise.
you,
No
bro. I'm
cow.
pulling up. I'm being Dylan. I'm pulling up.
Don't
bro.
ruin the surprise.
Pull
Well,
up.
Barnyard.
I won't tell you what I'm being.
Thank you.
Good, finally.
In
How was
spirit.
your weekend? You had some things you wanted to
Oh yeah.
say.
Oh shit.
Damn,
How was yours?
it was good. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you chilled out.
Chilled out.
Yeah, I thought you went to go see it.
Yeah, we went to Camrose. That's about it. Yeah, so I
Oh,
chilled
nice.
out.
They live
How
in
was the
Camrose?
weather?
It snowed there.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
wow.
say.
Really?
Yeah.
Drive was okay though.
Yeah, it was good.
Come back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not icy.
So some deers. No, it wasn't icy. It was like melted snow.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's good.
That's good.
How many deers?
2.
Is that
Cross.
all?
Yeah. Crossing the road.
Okay.
What do you
Many
mean? What are you
deers?
supposed to be plentiful deers? No,
yeah,
but
It's a few deers.
I've
I'd
seen
say
more.
a few. A couple, maybe. A couple
Yeah.
deers. Probably a couple is 2.
there might have been another one. I think we saw.
No,
the
A
first
few
day.
is 3 in my right. A couple's 2. a
Lots
few
of
is
wildlife
Yeah.
in that country. Yeah.
3. Anyways,
Yeah.
I was DJing this weekend, and then I just had a wild one, and then my girlfriend came out. Right. You know,
Where
she
at?
was drinking.
At
I was at
Raw?
Raw. Yeah, you know. So my girlfriend came with her friends, and then she was drinking. She was good. We went back to finish the night, and we went back to her friend's place, and she drank a little bit more, and then she was really drunk, and then I drove her friend or her cousin home
Mm-hmm.
and made sure she got home safe, and then we drove back to my house here, and on the way, like the whole time, I'm like, how did she get to Raw? So I'm like, asked her, I'm like, did you drive here? Like, did you drive to the thing? And she just, like, she was so drunk, she just would not tell me. She would not tell me. She was like, I'm like, where's your car? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, no, where is your car? Like, where did you drive it? And she's like, because from me, my perspective, she came in with just her cousin, and then she went out, and then she came back, and then her other friend was with her, and one other person. So in my perspective, I'm like, oh, she came here, she drove. The conversation she had implied that the other friend wanted her to Uber to her, and then she was like, nah, fuck that, I'm just gonna go pick up my cousin. So in my head the whole time, I'm like, she drove. She must have drove parked in the parkade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So what really made me, believe that wholeheartedly was she was like, so are you going back to your work? I'm like, no, why? She's like, to get my car. So I was like, okay, the car must be there, right? So I'm like, all right. So I bring her back here. It's about 5 a.m. by the time I get back here. Okay, drop her off. She's supposed to work at about 9.
Jeez.
And so, I'm like, well, she's parked her car downtown. Regardless of if it's Saturday or not, I gotta either get it in the morning or I get it right fucking now.
Mm-hmm.
So I made the decision to call an Uber. I called an Uber. I went downtown and I walked around downtown. I
So I
looked.
wouldn't have done that.
I looked.
Yeah, I mean, like that sounds like a morning conversation to me.
I looked.
You Ubered there without the 100% confirmation.
She was
that
not
the car
awake.
was there.
She was not awake.
That's the first.
She
mistake.
was not awake.
You
but,
waste the
no, but
gas. You drive by. Oh, that's where that is.
I was.
What am I doing?
No. This was.
Am I waking up early
this
and
was,
driving her here?
This in my head. Okay, no, let me finish. So, I'm walking around outside. I was just looking. I'm like, okay, she didn't park outside. Obviously, I don't see her car. And now there's like a crime scene, okay? Over by the fucking OEB. Like, I don't know if you were that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that is? That's where it is? Oh, shit. I was wondering why the cop car was out there 24/7.
Yeah.
I'm like walking by. I'm like, there's a motherfucking crime scene.
No, that's where they shoot this.
Oh, that's where they shooting it. Oh, well, I know where that's at.
He's like, oh, cops over there. I'm not going down
Well,
this
that's
way.
where I had to go. I had to go over there. So I was like, fuck, man. Let me duck in the parking lot.
Car was about to be in the movie.
Maybe. You never know. So I go into the parkade. I walk bare almost to the top of the parkade. Okay, when I start seeing no more cars, I'm like, there's no way she parked all the way at the top. So I'm like, all right. I walk all the way back down. Right? I walk out. I'm looking around. I'm like, this car's not here. I was 100% certain the car was there because of the interactions that we had, what she said to me, the way that she came there.
Pressing the remote?
I was like, I should be hearing it. So my one thought is maybe it got jacked. Because and this is the only reason I thought that. Because once I go down the hole, I'm already there. I'm jacked.
Toad is more realistic.
I'm jacked. Toad was the other thing. I'm like, here's the first one was Toad, and it was because I came out and there's one parking spot that is the loading zone, but it looks like a parking spot. Like, it doesn't say loading zone. So if she parked there, if she parked there, she could have easily got her car towed. And that was the first thing I thought. So I'm like, if it's not towed, then she might have, when she came out the second time, because she went to go drink in her car, left her car unlocked, and then someone took it. So those are my two thoughts. I'm worried, right? Yeah, I'm already down the hole. So I call another Uber. And I go back home, because how else am I going to get home? Yeah. Oh, am I going to call you? It's our fucking 6 in the morning, bro. It's 6 in the morning. No,
I don't care.
Nah, bro. I wasn't going to do it. And it was Thanksgiving weekend. I didn't know if you were here.
Oh, what day was it?
Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't know if you were going to leave up or what the situation was. I wasn't going to involve you in my stupidity, okay? I made my decision. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Another Uber back, get back. And this is the part that is so fucking funny to me. I get back, and when I get back, my girlfriend's kind of like groggily, like, not awake, but like, I like wake her up. And then she's like, I'm like, you got to tell me where the fuck your car is, because I'm stressing the fuck out. I'm like, it's 7 o'clock now. I have not slept. I'm like losing it almost. And she's just starts to be so mean to me. I sound like a bitch, but she was actually being mean. After I spent so much time literally crawling around downtown like a crackhead. Looking for this fucking car. The cops.
Hey man, I'm looking for a silver car, man.
The cops probably sitting in that car looking at me. I'm standing outside of the fucking parkade, clicking keys, walking like this. I'm like, and then I come home and she's like, I don't even remember what she said, to be honest, at this point. But I was like, I can't believe this. I'm like, I can't believe you. And I was like, go back to bed.
Where did she park her car?
At home. She got a ride there.
Stupid motherfucker.
So I wasted about $50
yeah, no shit.
on an Uber there and back.
No,
Honestly,
I was so mad, bro. Not mad at her, but mad at myself, because there was a part of me that was just like, go to sleep, man. Just leave it. Just go to sleep and deal with it in the morning. But I had like such a feeling, bro. And I was already like, I'm so awake right now. It's 5 in the morning. I'm so awake after having to drive all the way from the west side here. I will just go now because
Aiden
because 3 hours of sleep, I'm gonna feel like piece of shit when I wake up. I'm not gonna be able to fucking go and do all this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just at least go now, and at least hey, wasn't there so.
Let that shit at home, man.
There's an energy boost that comes at 5:30 in the morning. Actually,
There is.
It's amazing.
Man, I let that shit at home, man.
Yeah, that was
What
crazy.
you driving around that town for?
Yeah, that was nice. It was, huh? Yeah, it was not fun. I felt like a crackhead, man. I was the only person.
Yeah.
I was the
quiet.
only.
You could have gotten stabbed, bro.
I literally could have died.
Yeah,
If that
I
cop
know
car
you
wasn't
done
there, I would.
And she was like, I left my whip down to out of like, we gonna get it when the sun is out. Crackheads.
pussy, bro.
The crackheads turned to dust in the sunlight, man. The vampires. I ain't getting the chance we going out there, man.
Not
Dude,
extending
are
that
you
parking
kidding me?
lot.
Like four
imagine,
people
I
have
went-
been stabbed the last week in downtown.
Really?
Yes.
I went alone with nobody knowing that.
Well,
I went
you're
down there.
well, you're lucky.
And-
They dragged your body
and-
and eat you alive, bro.
And I tried to call my girlfriend's number while I was down there because when I couldn't find it, just to see if I could wake her up.
Stupid.
I left her because she was so drunk. I left her phone in my car.
Stupid.
So me calling her did nothing. It just wasted my time and my battery on my
Oh,
phone.
see, that's good. So if you got your phone jacked, you'd have a backup. good.
That's true. Jump back in my whip and get back home after getting my ass kicked. How would I get home? My phone got whipped. I had to call the Uber. I'm like, the only reason that I'm able to leave this situation right now is because I have my phone. And I'm lucky that there's a fucking Uber at least. It was 7 minutes away. That was where I was like, let me go check it at least one more time.
Crackhead is fucking one
But I was
of
by
those.
a police car. So that was the one time I was like, police, save my life. Either
Yeah.
way, that was my Saturday morning, Friday night. How are y'all?
Tragic.
And yeah.
Damn, like cut G.
Well,
real.
yo, bro, are the parkades in downtown? Can you just walk into them?
Yeah.
Like, can go
At
to
any
the top
time.
of them?
Yeah.
This the one that like looks out over the city. Eh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's lots of them. There's a few of them. But
You
yeah.
sound like Gotham City villain.
Yeah, you sound like the fucking.
Can anyone access?
Can anyone just access these parkades and get to the rooftop and have access overlooking the whole city? Maybe I'll put my ray gun up there. Blast the man.
I'm asked.
Anything else? Anybody else got any more thoughts or topics, conversations after I...
That crackhead shit, bro.
What do you mean, man? That's a loving boyfriend shit right there. Call it what you will.
You gotta sleep.
Did you
bro.
tell her the story?
Yeah, but you know when you just like it's no point.
She would have just been like, oh.
And then and then when like in the morning, she like didn't realize it, and then like I had to explain it. I'm like, yeah, I went and I looked for it. I like took an Uber downtown. She's like, oh, you went? I'm like, yes, I went downtown. She's like, oh my god. I was like, yeah.
Yo, it must have been sort of peaceful though, walking around just looking for it.
It was kind of stressful. It
I'm
was,
like, you-
nothing special.
that was the moment. I'll give you. Here's what I'll give you, Mo, because you're not wrong. No, but he's not wrong, because there was only one moment when I stood there waiting for the Uber in defeat. It was in defeat when I'm like, well, this car is either stolen, towed, or she's got it somewhere. And I looked up at the sky and I'm like, well, at least I get to enjoy this morning.
Yo, it
in
actually looks
downtown.
so pretty.
No, it's always nice. It wasn't sunny at all. It was dark as fuck, but it was still like.
You need to get those
Quiet.
tag things.
Crackhead, man.
The ones that you can track the shit.
Yeah.
I need that for everybody.
Man, I'll show you the sunlight,
I need that
man.
for
Can I just show you
everybody in my
asshole,
family.
That's
My
you see
mother
that,
needs
dog?
one on the back of her phone.
That's what that
on
look
the back
like,
of
bro.
her fucking head.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend needs one on the back of her phone. My fucking girlfriend almost lost her phone that night too. What's going on?
Where's my car?
What are you trying to say, man? That wasn't me, bro. Either way, we done here.
What?
Yeah.
These are my house keys?
We done here.
So where does crack pipe come from?
Fuck y'all niggas, we done.
Self-care Sunday.
Self-care Sunday. Thanks, Mo, for coming through.
It's love.
Who's
bro.
that? Oh, shit, I forgot. Batteries in these died 6 months ago.
No, officer, I was not smoking crack cocaine.